Greetings and welcome to Class 5 Collection. Ecto Eric here. So I'm going to be reboxing, not unboxing, but reboxing, putting these guys away. Uh, just making room, putting holiday stuff out now. And also while I'm doing that, I figured let's talk about collecting. And let's talk about mostly the dark side of collecting. People don't really talk about that. And I've noticed even with myself, it can get um, frustrating. It can cause problems because, like anything that humans do, things can become an addiction. Whether that's gambling, whether that's consumption of alcohol, food, sex, you name it. Whatever we enjoy, we can overly indulge in it. And plastic and statues are no different. Um, the last couple of months, I've scaled way back. I had to drop a lot of pre-orders. Uh, Did I have to? No, but for peace of mind, just because I've got a son in college, I own a house, and the water heater recently is just starting to give us problems, so that's going to be another bill. Snowblower was $300 to do the transmission, so it, it's it's a responsibility. Let's put it there. And I'm trying to be responsible, and I'm not the most responsible person in the world. So, but I know a few friends of mine that have gotten into trouble, with credit cards and with other issues because they're going to buy, hot toys and stuff. And it's, when you put it on pre-order, you pre-order, forget about it, and then you're like, well, it's not due to, for 6 months or a year, so I got time to put money aside for it, and then, well, you know it, that one pre-order can turn into three pre-orders, and now that's almost $1,000, and it just scales. So, but in the collecting community, a lot of things happen, and I am guilty of this myself. People say, "Oh man, I really want that," and I've done. If you really want it, get it, and that's enabling. Now, this is I think a $10 to $15, even a $20 figure, but I don't know your particular finances. I don't. I don't pretend to know. I know mine. So a $20 figure is no big deal. But to somebody, that might be a big deal. That might be gas in their car for that week. You know. So it's telling people, and I'm guilty. I do it myself. Yeah, yeah, dude. If you like it, go get it. What's the harm? It's one thing that they can do it, but and then people do it with on the extreme level when they want a Hot Toys or they want a you know an expensive 1/6 scale figure that's $400 or $500. If you like it, get it. Who cares, So yeah, that's it. I love this community. Sometimes we don't mean to, but you're like, yeah, yeah, dude, just get it, get it, get it. I know I've done it, and you got to be careful doing that. And then there are times that people get pressured. They see everybody else doing it. Oh man, they got that, and they feel like they have to go do it. It's like keeping up with the Joneses, that kind of thing. That can cause a lot of problems. Like I had to drop the Hot Toys 2.0 Batman Returns, Michael Keaton. I so wanted that, but it's coming out next month. It's December. That's over $300. Luckily, BBTS was nice enough. They refunded my down my deposit, so that was really cool. That's the other thing. I have a friend that said, "Oh man, I really can't afford that." I'm like, "Oh, okay, yeah." He goes, I got my deposit back," and then he goes, "Oh, well, I took that money and I put it to this one, dude." Yeah, yeah, but I got you to worry about it. I know, but if you're trying to get your finances inspect, taking the money from here to there, you're robbing Peter to pay Paul. You're not. So it is a very, very it can be a very complex thing. And like I said, this is an addiction, and it is for me too. It is. If you told me today, that's it, no more. You can't collect, not even a $7 figure, nothing. Like when I just bought my last Lois Lane, could I do it? I don't know. Probably not. because it's not $7. Who cares? It's not 700, $7. But could you tell me right now? Could you go 6 months without buying one damn action figure, prop, anything? I don't think I could do it. I really don't. I seriously do not think I could do it. And that's pretty. That's me being super honest. Uh, yeah, I feel, and I'm like I said, I feel bad when I tell people, you know what, go get them. You want them, get them. And not knowing your situation, I don't think that's very good advice. And then you got the groups, the toy collecting groups, like just get it, screw it. So just try to be aware of your own, uh, your own finances and your own, situation. I mean, you may be in a situation where it's who cares, and that's fine. I mean, I'm lucky. We both make decent money, but even I still got to be like, yeah, I gotta watch out for that. Let's change gears. This figure right here, this Frankenstein, this is the dumbest neck post I've ever seen in my freaking collecting career. This is so janky. What were they thinking? I've seen these break. Mine hasn't broke yet, but you can already see it's not in a separation over here, and this was dumb. So if you get this Frankenstein, I don't even snap the head on the way. I sit it, because if you snap that down, that shank right there or down that peg, so I just sit it because he has another head. So yeah, so changing gears on that. Now, like I said, I do have a friend. I love him dearly, but and he's got his collection is crazy. It really is. And so he was talking to me about a couple weeks ago, and he said, "Yeah," he goes, "the wife's on me, blah 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 blah." So I said, "Well," I said, "Dude, you still have figures in a box that you haven't opened in 2 years. That some of these figures have gone up, almost doubled or tripled in price that you could get. Sell it." No, sorry, this is my stupid chair moving around. No, I want to, and I feel bad because I'm trying to help, but literally, when I was at his house, he's got DTOFs, like I can't, I lost count. I think he probably has 18 DTOFs full, and he's got a closet full of boxes of you know Hot Toys and Mezco and stuff that he's never even opened. And I'm like, dude, okay, if you're hurting, sell these things. You don't even have to go to eBay. You can go to, like, your market groups on Face Chicken and stuff. And, yeah, but I don't want to give it up. And that's when you have a problem. When you can't give it up, that's serious. Okay, now we have a Christmas saran wrap ball we do on Christmas Eve. All throughout the year, my wife, my sister-in-law, buy little trinkets, stupid little things. It could be snacks, could be this. So they had these a package. I think it came from TJ Maxx of. I think I have a count. I have a blueberry, but I lost it. But they had these lip balms. So I had a bargain with my nieces to get these so I could keep them with. Yeah. So see what I mean? See what I mean about having issues? I mean, what kind of a grown man would bargain with his young niece to be like, "Hey, what is Uncle going to do? How much money do you want, or what do you want to exchange with so I can get these?" She thought I was crazy, and she's right. But when she saw why, she's like, "I love you, Uncle. I'll do it." So that's cool. I like that. But anyways, uh, so yeah, that is a really really dark side of collecting. Is just please, 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 please take a step back. Say, you know what? Yes, like with me, I wanted that Batman. Batman Returns. I really like Batman Returns. I couldn't stand the Penguin. I can't stand Danny DeVito in that movie. I just thought he was too gross. So I kind of wrote him off. Like I have nothing to do with his character. I have I now Selena. Oh Jesus, I can't think of the actress's name offhand who played Catwoman. She was, in my opinion, tremendous. I loved her in that scene. She was a great Catwoman. But his bat suit, I just love that bat suit. That's my favorite one. I love the 89. Love it. But that was my favorite. So he's the Blueberry. So I wanted that, get a kick out of that. Instead of telling you the nutrition, which there isn't any nutrition, but it tells you it comes with a cereal box, comes with a stand, so that's kind of cool. It has that right back there. So I had to drop that pre-order. I just, because same thing. I said, I'll get it. And, let me show you guys that. And this was last year, of course, when I pre-ordered it. And I kept saying, I'll put a few bucks a week, or, some money aside every month. No big deal. It just never happened. And then a few weeks ago, I'm like, I got to drop it. Just with everything going on. And, if I can find it later on, fine. But, so I just want people to just be aware, and I live through a lot of you guys. I do, because I couldn't even think about buying. I have a good friend of mine. His channel is Go Figure. This man has a collection, and he's got stuff I never even heard of before. And if I was to try to keep up with him, yeah, I would have to sell my cars, probably my liver, and all that good stuff. Stuff that I probably need. Because I forgot to put this in the box. But yeah, it like I said, it is an addiction. It really, really is. Because you get a euphoria. You really do when you get something new. When you open a box and you see the figure, it really is. So we chase it. And then after we buy this, what's the first thing you do? What's the next thing I'm going to get? Sound like a junkie. What's my next high? And people don't talk about that. And it really is an addiction. It is. And it's all how you can handle it. Some people can handle it fine. I have a friend that cannot. And I try to help. I'm like, dude, you've got all these boxes in your closet you've never even opened, still in the shipper box. Sell it. You could make you could double your money on some of these. Some of these figures that he has are well sought out after. No, I want them. I'm like, oh my God. Even offered maybe to buy one or two. No. So talk about being possessive, when you've never even opened it. So now I try to find things on sale. This is a Count Chocula one. Trying to find things on sale. Sometimes you find deals. Mainly my collecting isn't bad because I stick to usually 1/10, 1/12. I only have a few 1/6. But even the Mezco, the 1/12, those suckers, they're getting crazy money. They just released a Heath Ledger figure. And it's out in August, I think. And it's $125, $130 plus shipping. That's crazy. And the Hulk that Hulk looks great. The classic line to the classic Marvel that they're doing. They have Captain America, they're doing the Thor, they're doing the Hulk. That Hulk, to me, in my opinion, looks so damn good. It looks better than that Maximum that came out that cost people like an arm and a leg, and basically is a retool from something from like 12 years ago. I'm like, holy crap. And they paid 60, 70, 80 bucks, if not more. Um, and interesting thing about that is that figure, if you look at it, actually has toe articulation, which is Nesco never does that. So that's just a stupid thing. Now, would I like that? Yeah, but it's just crazy. So please, if you're collecting, please take a moment, step back, and go, okay, I want to keep collecting. So is it stuff that I can part with, and then that money you get, either pay off some bills or you can use that money to move on along. So yeah, so I just want to talk about the dark side, but the good side. Let's end on a good note. The good side is I've met a lot of awesome freaking people out there, and I get to talk with, I get to see your stuff that you're displaying. I learned a lot too, because you'd be surprised what you can learn a lot. And I count a lot of you friends, the ones I talk to. Uh, so that's the good support system, and the groups, no, the group that I'm in right here. You guys are very supportive. I've never had anybody like badmouth or you know and that's one thing I don't put up with. Well, why do you collect that? That's stupid. It's none of your business why somebody collects something. If they want to collect cereal boxes, leave them alone. Who cares? My wife has shoes. She don't think that's a collection, but last count was, I think she just bought another pair. I think 106. 106 pairs. Honey, you got two hoofs. Two. But whatever. I know she needs it for work and stuff, but I have to give her crap for it, because she gives me crap for my plastic condition. And it's so weird because my son, he likes this stuff, but he is not a collector. Not at all. Not at all. Which I'm glad. I'm glad he's not. I mean, he's a drummer and he's into football and karate and stuff. So when he was a kid, I still have all his figures. I kept aside, because a lot of my stuff got tossed. My mother figured out, because you go through that period, teenager, where you just don't. And I had a couple years where I didn't, so she tossed a lot of a lot of crap. Some stuff has survived, but so I just wanted to bring that up and see what you guys think. Like, have you had trouble collecting? And it's really good to talk about this because it's something that it affects everybody. Because this is going to affect your family, can affect your friends, can affect finances all down the whole line. So I'm just curious what you guys think. Have you guys ever had an issue where what, dude, I need to step back, or what, let's scale back, sell some stuff, and then whatever. That's why I'm glad I collect smaller stuff. I do the NECA. Every now and then I do a 1/6 scale. I've got one quarter scale. But I don't get those every week. I couldn't afford it. And a wife would kill me. I'd be stuck in a ghost trap right now. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end this video. Sorry I ranted so long. It's not a rant. I think more of a discussion. So I just want to know what you guys think. And let's sign off with, I hope you're doing well. Take care. Keep collecting if you can. Peace.